guys from getting out. Minimizing the struggles they've caused, saying we're not working hard enough.
We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise, we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome everybody to Suck It! Virtual coffee hour, happy hour, whatever the fuck we call this damn show. It's a time for me and Kat to get on and relax and talk to each other and just not have any limits about life or anything else in between. So I am joined, as always on these Fridays, which used to be Mondays, the queen of Kansas City, the beautiful Kat Daniels. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
You know what? I cannot complain.
I mean, I feel like, you know, after 2020 and at the beginning of 2021 with how this shit's been going, we probably could, though. Just saying. We probably could.
But you know
like,
what?
It would be reasonable.
But here's the thing. I mean, I had what? You had what? 9 months of this shit? You know, at its most extreme.
Yeah.
Wrapped into the 4 years of the other bullshit that has occurred. You know, I'm looking for the positivity in all of this.
And what's that? What have you found?
So far, the only thing that I have found is, well, there's a couple things. Number one, Trump supporters got arrested for doing stupid shit, which I find hilarious.
Only some of them.
Only some of them, but they're still looking for a bunch more.
They are.
So that's not over. So that's funny. You know, Dick Stain Donald Trump is out in 5 days.
I almost wanted to go to the inauguration. I really, really do.
If I'm going with a microphone in hand.
Oh well, yeah. You should go with a video camera in hand.
Oh, the whole 9 yards. I'm going.
Epic.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, I know that there's going to be more shit.
Violence. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be epic, one way or another. It's going to be a historical event.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going video camera. You know, microphone hooked up in my phone. I mean, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's going to be epically insane.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
Well, so I literally just asked my husband this morning. I'm like, hey, so theoretically, if we wanted to go to the inauguration, could we? And he was like, well, I mean, like, yeah, we could, but Corona. And I was like, oh, right. We're all still dying of coronavirus.
But I thought I heard something. I maybe they never got confirmed. Maybe they said it. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. But I could have sworn they were doing a virtual swearing in.
Oh, okay. I'm down with that.
I don't know for sure.
So.
I don't know for sure.
Right.
I could have sworn I saw something about that.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. It would make a lot of sense. Like more sense actually than doing it physically. Speaking of 2020 and the shit show that it is or was, there is it's not a documentary, but it's made to look like a documentary, and it's called Death to 2020 on Netflix. Have you seen it?
I have not. I've been wanting to, but I have not yet.
Oh, you definitely have to. My son and I watched it last night. It's fucking amazing. I mean, and then wait until the end of the credits.
No, okay, so it's gonna be a little bit different than normal, but he still will be sworn in at the steps of the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I hear they're shutting down like every street leading up to it.
Yeah, well, either way, I might go out there. But either way, yes. So I know a little bit about it. I've seen the trailer for it, but I mean, is it all satire?
Is there really any other way to handle 2020?
Yeah, I just know Samuel L.
It's
Jackson.
got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yeah.
So I mean, take that for what it's worth. But it's amazing, and definitely wait until the end of the credits because the they do some they say things in, because they made this like and put it out right at the end of 2020.
Yes.
So they say things at the end of the credits that they said, we want you to say things in preparation for 2021. We're going to make some predictions and you just make statements, and we're going to film it so that we can have this for the end of 2021 and make another film, right?
Okay.
And so they said some things that have already happened, and it's hilarious. It's amazing.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been really busy.
Yeah, you should though.
But you know what I did watch that came out recently on Netflix?
What's
that by far is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
What?
Is Nicolas Cage explaining the history of swear words.
What?
There's
That sounds
literally
amazing.
a series called The History of Swear Words. And they start, each episode is one word. I've gotten 2 episodes in. Fucking shit. And they literally do a half hour, 45 minutes talking about the origins, the history, the uses of
Oh my God,
fuck,
I love it.
and then shit. I don't know what the third word's going to be, but it's fucking intriguing as all shit.
That sounds amazing. That does, especially with Nicolas Cage. I love him.
Oh my
He's
God.
amazing.
Yeah, and one thing I learned in that episode, which the fuck episode, which I still find mind-boggling, and so did many other people that watched this. Who do you think has said fuck in more movies than anybody else?
The one, is it Samuel L. Jackson that says motherfucker all the time?
It is,
It's got to be him.
but it's not.
No.
No.
Wait. Okay, wait. I get a second guess. Would it
It's
be-
somebody you won't see coming.
Is it a female or male?
It's a male.
I don't know who.
Jonah Hill.
No way. There is no way that Jonah Hill has said the F word more times than Samuel L. Jackson.
In Wolf of Wall Street, he said it a miraculously 92 times.
Is that after editing or was that just during filming?
That was what was on screen.
No way. No way. I'm Googling.
According to what I saw, it's Jonah Hill.
No, it's not. Hold on. How many times does Jonah Hill say fuck in Wolf on Wall Street is what I'm Googling. Wolf of Wall Street or whatever. What?
It's like 90 sometimes.
Do you know how many swear words he said on screen total?
And that in Wolf of Wall Street?
No,
Or
just
in general?
on
No.
screen, period. Like his
No.
whole career.
No.
It is 376 times. And yes, you're right. Jonah Hill. There's a whole article just labeled Jonah Hill passes Samuel L. Jackson for most swear words in film.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
I think on the
Compared to a
list.
mere-
Yeah.
So it says Hill has cursed 376 times on film compared to a mere 301 bad words from the original BAMF. What's that mean? Oh, badass motherfucker.
Badass motherfucker.
That's actually only good enough for third place, as Leonardo DiCaprio takes the spot right behind Jonah Hill with 361. Whoa.
Yeah. It's Wolf of Wall Street's what did it for him.
Oh, yeah.
That movie
movie
is
was so-
laden with
That whole story, all of it, that whole thing, that is what, it's based on a true story.
yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that whole movie just, like frames exactly how America works. And it's amazing in so many horrible ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, and I talked about this briefly last night when I was talking to my guest last night, Total Massacre. They're a very aggressively politically driven, punk band. So we had a nice long conversation about this yesterday. But one of the things that people don't seem to understand and remember is our government is for profit.
Oh yeah, our whole
So
country is.
yeah. So the thing about it is, we
They run it
are.
like a business.
It's run like a business,
Yeah.
and and people just seem to forget that. So, it's not about what's good for you or I. It's what's good for their pockets and what's good for the party and what's good for the, what's good for them.
And as we always say, conflict creates crash. That's why war is so profitable.
War is one of the most profitable fucking things ever.
Yep.
And that is a sad fucking fact.
And we're a capitalist country based on capitalist morals, and all the people who run it just like money and power. So, in any event,
i.e. Donald Trump. Speaking of Donald Trump, did you hear about the news that came out this morning or yesterday?
Maybe, I don't know. What are you talking about?
The city of New York has dissolved all contracts with the Trump Corporation. And many other cities and other corporations are doing the same right now as we speak.
I knew corporations were. I think Coca-Cola or something like big like that did something like that.
I hadn't seen that. All I know is what was said by the mayor of New York. He came out and said it today or yesterday. I'm not sure.
I think the mayor of DC should do the same. Although I don't think that she might actually have a contract with him at all.
I mean, there is a Trump hotel. So
But
I don't know.
think that would require a contract with the city. That just requires a permit, and they can't really like revoke a permit. I mean, I guess they could, but
Yeah, I mean, who knows
No
what
cause-
the deal is that they have with,
right.
who knows if they rent that property or own that property.
Did you hear about the $3,000 a month bathroom that Ivanka Trump rented out for her Secret Service detail?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly that was on taxpayer money from what I hear, but I don't know if that's true or not.
It would have to be everything you cannot privately pay for anything that's Secret Service related. It would be considered conflict of interest.
Valid point. Awesome. Super.
Yeah. Super-de fucking duper.
Yeah. Super-de fucking duper.
But either way, 5 more days. And hopefully the impeachment trial will go well so we can't ever run again. And and they could take away his fucking Secret Service detail and everything. I think that would be epic. And I'm not saying take away Secret Service detail because we should murder him or assassin. No, I'm not saying that at all. Don't ever say that, Derek. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he's got the money to hire his own private security detail, and he can pay for it himself. After what he's done to this country, we do not need to pay another dime for him.
Oh, fuck no.
That's all I'm saying.
So he said at one point that if he lost, he would leave the country. And I think he should. He
won't.
He should go buy his own little private island with the money that he doesn't have now that we know from his tax
He
returns.
can go buy Epstein's Island.
Yeah. It's probably for sale. No, but he
knows it quite well.
Yeah, right. He probably does. Like the back of his hand. Anyways, we were going to talk about sex today.
I was going to get there.
Oh, okay. I don't see how we were going to transition from all of that to sex. So, I mean, but you're good at transitions. So.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to say it's only been 16 minutes. We got time.
No.
No?
No. I'm in pain. I have a lot to bitch about. Oh, also my mom went to the hospital on Monday. That was fun. Because she called me Monday morning and said, "Oh, thank God, Kathy, I need you to call 911 for me." What? Why? What's wrong? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know what's wrong? What is wrong? What happened? I don't know. Lady, I need to tell the ambulance something. Where are you? Are you on the floor? Did you fall? Has someone broken in and harmed you? What is going on? And she's like, I don't know. I just fell and I puked and I peed and I don't know what is wrong. Okay, that's
why
enough.
did she call
Thank
you and not call 911?
She was confused as fuck and could not get her phone to work. She said that somehow it came up, like my name came up on her most recent called or whatever. And so she called me. She also called my Aunt Bet, who, thank God, called 911, because when she called my Aunt Bet, my mom couldn't speak.
Oh, wow. Did she have a stroke?
Well, that's what we think. That's what we think. So
that sounds exactly like what happened to my dad.
Yeah. So the ambulance, she lives in Kansas City or near Kansas City, and all of the hospitals over there, apparently it's a hotbed or hotspot for COVID, which I was not aware of. But apparently
country. It's Republican country.
Yeah, true. Well, and I mean, Christmas and Thanksgiving happened, and I mean, everybody's just fucked. So all of the hospitals there have been overrun, essentially. I called the one hospital that is in her town that I thought they were supposed to take her to, and they told me that she wasn't there and that they had patients in the hallway.
Holy fuck.
In beds. Yeah. So I called around to a couple different hospitals and finally found out where they took her, and it was the VA hospital in Kansas City. Because she was in the Air Force, she gets all of that, right? Bro, it is a shit show. First of all, she came in confused, can't remember her birthday, and they just take everything that she's saying at her word. And they're telling me things over the phone because I'm calling every 2 hours for an update because nobody can come in with her at all because of COVID. And she's confused. And so I have to get them on the phone. And the lady tells me that she's COVID positive for a second time because she has had a negative test result already. So this is the second time now that she would have had COVID. Jesus. And B, she has a UTI, quote unquote, and low potassium, severely low potassium, which, okay, fine. But they were taking her at her word, and the things that the nurse was relaying to me that my mom was saying to them wasn't making any fucking sense.
Of course not.
Yeah. So I was like, you need to do a CAT scan because none of this makes sense. So they did. And they said that nothing showed on the CAT scan, but that she still had a UTI. They did not give her antibiotics through an IV while she was in the ER. They did not give her potassium while she was in the ER. They didn't do anything except for do the CAT scan that I insisted upon and supposedly test her urine and test her for COVID. And then when they discharged her, here's the kicker. When they discharged her, they only gave her information for how to treat her UTI with the antibiotics and potassium issue. And like, hey, fucking take potassium is basically what they said, right? And they told her, she says, and I can't rely on her memory because she was still confused throughout this entire process. But supposedly she says that they told her that they couldn't admit her because she wasn't COVID positive. But they got me on the phone and told me that she was COVID positive, and then called her 2 days later after she was dismissed from the hospital or discharged from the hospital and said again that she was COVID positive. But none of this is making any sense. So I told her, I said, next time you get a hold of them, you need to ask them to look at the CAT scan again, because clearly whatever they're saying is not 100% anything. Because also she said that they cultured her urine and called her today with the results from that, and there's nothing on it. She doesn't have a UTI at all. At fucking all.
I'm very confused.
Same. And this is why I hated, let me tell you how much I hated that I couldn't even have my aunt who lives there go physically into the hospital to translate for anyone because she was so confused. Like, I get COVID. I totally understand, but how do you translate if you're not going to call anybody? Because by the way, they weren't the ones calling me ever. I had to call them all 3 times that I called them. So she is COVID positive. However, she did go get another test yesterday just to make sure, because Lord only knows. And so she said that whenever the nurse calls her back on Tuesday, she's going to have them recheck the CAT scan, because I don't fucking believe anything. I don't know. I still don't know. So therefore, we still don't know why that happened or what's wrong with her.
Again, it sounds exactly like what happened to my dad, and my dad had a stroke.
Well, and so I Googled neurological symptoms after COVID, and it's let me rephrase. I'm sorry. It's not highly common. It is not completely unheard of that older people have stroke-like symptoms and neurological symptoms after they get over having COVID. Because, which makes sense, because it affects your oxygen levels. And if you don't have enough oxygen going to the brain, it could cause brain damage.
Correct.
And she said that her eyesight is still fuzzy and she's still not 100% remembering everything the way that she was previously to having COVID.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's going to go stay with my aunt some more.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks.
It does. I told her, I was like, if I have to call 911 like that again, I'm just going to fly down there and come bring you home. You're just going to come live with me. And I'm going to have my brother go pack up your shit and put it in a storage facility. And we're not doing this again. I can't handle a phone call like that ever again. That was terrifying.
You can't take her to fucking Belgium.
No, I've already figured that out too. I can't. So she's going to go live with my sister or live near my sister, but she's not going to be without one of us ever again.
Just put her in a home.
Fuck all this.
Just
I
put her in a home.
Because she's worked in nursing homes my whole life, and I've seen too much. No, I'm not doing that either.
I'm going to put my mom in a home.
You shouldn't. No one should put anyone that they care about in a home. The only people that should go into homes are people who are homeless and don't have children.
I still want to put my mom in a home.
I mean, I guess maybe if you put her in one of those ones that are in Florida where like STDs are rampant, she'd probably like that.
Oh my God. Get her a nice little...
They sound like they're having a fun time.
Yeah. See, but the sad thing about it is that is at the retirement village known as Villages, which spreads across 3 different counties and is so fucking huge. But that is Swingers Delight. Is the retirement home known, or I mean, not retirement home, the retirement community known as the Villages.
Swingers Delight. Oh, I know.
Swingers Delight.
Everybody knows the name.
Everyone knows the Villages.
Yeah. And the Villages in Florida? Oh, that's where your parents live? Oh, y'all be freaks. All right.
Y'all be, yeah. There's a,
Derek said that's where I'm going.
There's a nudist colony. That's right outside of, like, in between Tampa and like Winter Haven, I think it is, or right outside, like somewhere around Clearwater. I can't remember where it's at exactly. It's called Crystal Cove, or this. I can't remember what it's called. But even there, they don't have as nearly as many STDs as the fucking Villages. It's like,
well, I don't think nudist colonies care. They're not huge on the whole.
I know, but the stigma is there. That's what I'm saying. So like, it just, I just find it ironic.
You talking about nudist colonies reminded me that my brother told me one time that there was a nudist colony in or near California where he stumbled upon a sign that had my mother's maiden last name on it, which it's you can actually pretty well trace back my mom's side of the family to 2 gentlemen from California. But anyway, so I Googled it to see if I could find it, and I don't know if it came up or not, but it said that what did come up was that there is a property near Sonoma, in the hills of Northern California's wine country. They called it a compound, that once hosted a nudist colony, is up for sale for $11.3 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I think that was probably it, if I had to guess. Yeah. So anyway,
so your mom lived there, or your family lived there at one point, or
no, our family, someone in our family, or like along the lines, like in history of our family, at some point started it, most likely, and passed it on down. There's 2 sides of our family: the really, really fucking rich side and the not rich side. And the not rich side and the rich side don't talk to each other.
And the not rich side is obviously the freakies.
Yeah. No, we're all freaks.
Oh.
That's in the genes.
Well,
yeah.
Speaking of freaks in the genes.
Yeah.
See, I told you it would eventually come around.
Right, it did. Look at that.
I am the king of the segue.
Right.
So before we go any further, I'm gonna do a quick ad read.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna mute you real quick, and then we'll get into this conversation because this
Cool.
is some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! My camera's fucked up. All right.
My camera, like, if I don't sit so close to it, it makes me blurry, and I don't know why.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it from the other. All right. So tonight's episode, or this afternoon's episode, is brought to you by Wildflower Hemp Co., the best place that you can go to get your CBD products. Whether you're a smoker and like to vape or smoke flower CBD, they have it for you. Or if you're not one of those types of people and you just want to take it for pain and you're not a smoker, they have gummies and pills as well. Everything you could possibly need for your CBD needs. Wildflower Hemp Co. has that for you. So go to wildflowerhempco.com and get yourself some of the best assortment of the finest organically grown single farming company out there. They're absolutely the best. Owner's name is Gary, and he's a freaking amazing dude. Drug free for a few years now, and decided to make this his life's work because of all the stuff that he's seen people go through with drug addictions and stuff like that. And CBD has been proven to be helpful with anxiety, so you can get off the Klonopin and the Xanax like I have. You can help with chronic pain, the whole 9 yards. Do your research yourself and find out if CBD is right for you, or talk to your doctor. But either way, get your products at wildflowerhempco.com. And there we go.
Just don't take 2 of them.
We won't go there. So sex in the genes and the freakiness. So we got on this episode today, and you said that your uterus was hurting. And I was like, oh, are you on your period? And you're like, no. It's just like my insides hurt. And I said, oh, well, maybe you have like a ruptured cyst or something. And you're like, no, it's from sex. So let's discuss this because first of all, I got good job, Jesse.
Right?
My hat's off
Like
to you.
that.
My hat's off to you.
Yeah.
So would you please explain what exactly occurred? 18 and up, please.
Well, I don't know. That's the problem. Like, the things that we did last night were not incredibly out of the norm for us anyway. And so I don't know what caused it really. The only thing that I can think of is that what happens sometimes is that I like to be teased a lot. And what happens sometimes is if I'm teased too much for too long, my uterus will actually start to hurt. And so either I was teased too much for too long before I got to come, or that on top of once I did come, it was a lot, and it was a lot of like many, many times. So I don't know if like your uterus can overwork itself, but if that's a thing, that might have been what happened. I really don't know, but it hurts. I mean, from front to back, bro, it's bad. You asked.
Didn't think you were gonna get that graphic. So
said.
so since you got graphic, I mean, so I don't know how, the inner workings of the female,
Anatomy.
orgasm, works. I don't know if it affects your uterus. I don't know if it's, I don't even know where exactly it comes from. I mean, it's all very odd. I haven't done that much research into it. I know there's like 2 places that you can, gather stimulation from in order to make you go, ah, but
There's more than that, but okay.
well, down there at least.
No, still more than that.
I'm just talking that one hole.
Oh, in that one. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not talking about the back door.
Oh.
Okay. We're not.
I was gonna say, if that's the case, there's like fucking 5 bare minimum, bruh. For me, it's like 6 or 7. So.
Okay. I'm just talking about the one hole that's connected to the uteri.
That one. The other thing is that my uterus is tilted backwards.
Okay.
So doing other extracurricular activities has the ability to affect it, but that's not what happened.
Well,
That's not what happened.
So what I was gonna say was, I know, myself included, and I know other men as well. But not every man, because again, every man is different. Like when we have a very powerful organism, we'll just call it that because I don't want to get banned from YouTube.
Oh,
Sometimes because of where the organism generates, sometimes we can feel it like all throughout our butts hole as well.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I do.
because our prostate's what kind of generates all that. You know what I'm saying?
So what makes it hurt?
If it's like,
Because I've been Googling and I can't find shit.
because I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for other guys because I've never had many conversations outside of. Have you ever had an orgasm so good like you could feel it in your butthole? Like other than that, I've never had a conversation with another guy about their orgasm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can only imagine if it's like super strong, it can make you like contract and like maybe make it sore or, like a muscle, just like a muscle soreness from just like overly contracting. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what my theory is right now. The problem is that because I'm Googling and because I can't find anything, I don't know at what point I'm supposed to worry.
I would give it a day or two.
Oh yeah, I'm totally doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rush. I wouldn't rush to conclusions.
Right. No, I'm not. The other thing I wonder is if I do it again, is it going to hurt or make it better? Can I fix it the same way I broke it? Is that a possibility?
Well, if it's a muscular issue,
Yeah.
like say for instance, it's like
you
it's
need to
not
exercise that shit, right?
Correct.
Like you gotta stretch it out.
correct. Kegels. So okay, so like I went to the gym
Kegel.
Wednesday, huh?
I said, "Fuck a Kegel." I got a homeboy right here.
Okay.
Sorry.
So like Wednesday, I went to the gym
Good for you.
and I did bicep and tricep day, and yesterday my arms hurt like a motherfucker to where I can barely stretch them out because they right in my elbow hole. It hurts a lot.
Right, your elbow.
I can feel the muscles just pulling. It hurts. But
Right.
I'm gonna go to the gym today and do my shoulders and chest, and which is gonna use my arms to do so. But it'll help work out the kinks in those muscles. So maybe just use it again, and it might hurt at first, but it'll feel good later.
Right.
Like they say when you're working out, no pain, no gain.
Right. All right. I'll
If
trust
it
you.
ain't hurting, it ain't working.
That's right. I hope it's the same.
I don't think that applies to sex, but hey,
Well, it might now.
We can think it does.
Yes.
Can we?
Yes, we can. We sure can.
Either way,
Either way.
I gotta shake your husband's hand.
So I saw this thing on TikTok.
Or it could just be you, just like you the one who got buck wild, and you broke one off on him and hurt yourself in the process.
Oh no, we almost broke his dick last night. Not gonna lie.
So again, it was you.
No, it was us. I mean, it was a joint effort. Trust me.
Oh my god.
It was so fucking good. Oh my god. It's worth the broken uterus. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, so I saw this thing on TikTok that was like, of course, she's my best friend. Of course she's seen your dick pic. And some guy reacted to it and was like, I gotta know, like, this can't be true. No, it's true. It's totally true. If you're if I have a best friend and you send me a dick pic, she gonna see it. She gonna be the first motherfucker I send it to, by the way, through text message. Like, it's not safe for anybody. Oh, hold on 1 second. What are you doing?
So we learned something new about Kat today.
Hold on 1 second, though. We're not gonna talk about what we learned about Kat. 'Cause Kat's kid is in here. Hold on.
So yeah, thank you very much for joining our TED Talk today, because apparently, I might be a little scarred. I'm going to need a drink today, apparently. Yeah. I'm gonna have to drink a whole like 12 pack today because that image is permanently embedded in my brain.
Yes, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Which one? The friend?
It is. Do you still have a visitor?
It's my husband.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, he brought me food that I don't want, but whatever. He's so sweet.
You should have told him I said good job.
He feels really bad. He's like oh man, he feels so bad. And I'm like, there's no need to feel bad. It means you probably did a good job. So but he feels really bad. He's like, you're all hurting. Get away from my food that I don't want. Sorry.
So welcome again to our
TED Talk.
Our TED Talk about the anatomy of the female orgasm and
Yes.
how apparently Kat worked that shit yesterday and not only, drove her uterus crazy, but she almost broke her husband's dick. So there was this episode of Scrubs. There was this
He was
episode
out of town. I just want to say, like, this isn't like normal everyday shit. Okay, he was out of town. It was a special occasion. He came home. When you miss somebody, you miss somebody. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, and you guys are also still kind of in the makeup phase as well, rebuilding phase. We won't go into why, but you kind of are. So
Yeah.
there's some, huh?
I said, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's some, yeah. I mean, it's a good thing. But anyway, there was this episode of Scrubs where this guy comes in. He used to be on Mad TV. He was the guy that played Stewart, and look what I can do. That guy. But anyway, he was on Scrubs, and he came in and he had a broken dick. And JD treated him, whatever else, but then he did it again later on in the episode. But then and they never mentioned it again, obviously, because he was just a patient. They're not going to talk about it again. But in the series finale, JD is walking through all of his patients that he's had over the years and kind of having like this deja vu moment of just reliving the fact that he's never going to be in this hospital again. And the guy that did that was in this lineup of all of his patients, and he goes, I broke my penis again, but this time it was fun. So when you just said that, that's exactly what it reminded me of.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna break it,
I mean,
that's really the only way to do it.
But
Make it fun.
But here's the thing.
Okay, the thing. What's the thing?
I don't think any amount of fun prior to that happening is going to be worth it for the man. And let me tell you why. Because there's no climax. It was all just fun. It's like hold on. It'd be like going to watch a superhero movie, right? Mm-hmm. And they're fighting the entire time. They're just fighting. And one guy breaks his arm. And he's like, oh, shit, my bad. Let me help you up and take you to the doctor. And that's the end of the fucking movie. There's no climax.
I feel like it would be like getting really excited to go do like bungee jumping or, like jumping out of a plane. What do they call that?
Parachuting?
Yeah, parachuting out of a plane.
Skydiving?
Skydiving. There we go. Thank you. I feel like it would be like that, like skydiving or bungee jumping and being really excited to do it. And then you get to the top and they're like, oh no, we have to cancel the whole trip.
No, it's even worse than that. You'd jump and shit would break and you would die.
I don't know.
That's what having a broken penis would be like. Because you're like having the greatest time of your life. This is a fucking amazing. Oh shit. Done.
I don't know if I would compare it to dying.
Have you ever broke your dick?
And no, you don't know. But I've broken my vagina and my. Speaking of which,
broken your vagina.
funny,
twice.
I have a funny story for you.
But anyway, go ahead.
I've broken it more than twice then. But it has nothing to do with children.
Oh my God.
So, I have a funny story for you.
I'm going to change the episode name of this title.
I did break my vagina once, and oh my God, did it hurt. Because, so I used to have a cast iron bed with and I had moved and we were putting the bed up and I tried to hop over the footboard of the bed, which mind you, it's a cast iron, like just railings. The whole footboard is made out of cast iron rails, right? Dumbass me tried to hop over it just so I could get to the other side. And I had, my legs straddling it. And I just tried to hop over on my other foot,
Yeah.
and came straight down middle of my vagina on that cast iron railing. Man, when I I literally fell to the floor crying and was just like, my vagina, my vagina. And it was my mom was there helping me, and she's like, I know your vagina, but where? My vagina? What do you mean where? And she's like, I know, but like, what happened? I don't understand what's wrong. Why is your vagina hurting? Because she had no idea. She didn't see what happened. And so all she saw was me laying on the ground screaming about my vagina.
So,
and I was like, I tried to jump over the thing and I hit it, and oh, my vagina. It was so bad.
So I remember a long time ago, my mom told me this story, and I can't remember if it was directly about her or my aunt, but her and my aunt were like trying to walk across the top of a wooden fence, like balancing on it, like a balance beam, whatever. And I think it was my aunt. She slipped and wishboned herself on top of the fucking wooden fence.
Right. That shit hurts.
I've never asked my aunt about it, but I can only imagine.
You should. Oh man. I mean, you know how like guys say when they get kicked in the balls, they can feel it in their stomach?
Yes,
That's
we can.
Exactly what it fucking felt like. It was in my stomach and I was dying. Oh man, it was so bad.
So, what day was it? I got sick back on, when was it? It was right before Christmas? I think it was right before Christmas. It was the week leading up to Christmas. So you and I haven't talked since that Friday, and that Saturday is when that Sunday is when I got sick. And I was so sick that I was puking, and it was coming out of both ends all day that Sunday. I couldn't even drink water without like vomiting it up. It was that bad.
Oh man.
So I got dehydrated as fuck. Well, Monday comes around, I wake up and I have this massive amount of like pain in my kidneys. Like my kidneys felt like they were being stabbed multiple times. Like multiple times. It was like horrendous. And I went there, I'm like thinking I went to the hospital because I'm like, am I dehydrated? I'm, drinking stuff now, but it's not getting any better. I ended up going there. They gave me a COVID test. I was COVID negative. They said I had some type of virus, but they weren't really sure what it was. It was just affecting me in this way. But I'm like, fuck, it hurt like a motherfucker. I mean, like my kidneys felt like they were literally on fire.
Did you have a kidney infection?
I don't know, but later that night, it just went away. The pain just stopped. It was like I'd been kicked in the nuts for 12 hours. But it was longer than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you just said kicked in the nuts, and that's exactly what it feels like. Imagine your kidneys tensing up and then just being stabbed on both sides of your back, and you can feel it inside your stomach as well. That's what it feels like for us to get kicked in the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to giving birth.
No, sir. Fuck off. No, it's not.
We will never know we will know.
Your vagina stretches. It is a whole different thing.
You blow the right
Trust.
way and our nuts hurt. The wind blows the right way and our nuts hurt.
Okay. Same thing for my uterus. And I do it every month.
Okay, wait a second.
For days on
That's
end.
not the wind blowing. That is literally it tearing from your insides. Your insides are literally shit. It's like a fucking. You guys are the human version of the snake. You'll only shed from the inside out, though.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Image. That's why
So
we're
next
bad.
time you see a snake shed its skin, go, oh, that's what my uterus does every month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a sad reality. It's a sad fact.
Did I tell you about the time my husband thought he was dying because I was on my period?
I'm sorry, what? How does one correlate with the other?
So I woke up one time and I had started. And I mean, it was fucking bad. It was everywhere. It was like a murder scene in my pants, bro. It was so bad. So I cleaned everything up after I was done, I thought. Like, because I had to clean up the toilet seat and like the floor. Like, it was fucking everywhere. Everywhere. I know. I don't care. This is what girls go through. Okay. And I shared this on a private girls only group. And I was like, just like warning, this is graphic and gross, but it is fucking hilarious. And
Trigger
every
warning.
girl.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. And every girl who has ever had a period knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I thought I had cleaned everything up. I mean, it was everywhere. I even went so far as to scrub the toilet with the toilet brush. Okay. Like I cleaned all of it off, I thought. Well, so I'm on my way to the store and my husband texts me a puking face. And I was like, what's wrong? Are you puking? Are you sick? What happened? And he was like, I was going to the bathroom and I had sat down to go to the bathroom and I stood up and there was blood on my dick. And so I thought for at first that I was dying. And he was like, and then I realized and I wanted to vomit. I was like, I'm so sorry. I really thought I got it all. Like I even did the toilet brush. And he was like, well, you didn't. The fact that you thought you were dying for a second, though, really just this is cream of the crop storytelling. Let me tell you, it's amazing. Have I traumatized you? You're muted. Next time I'm gonna be like, that's what you get for breaking my uterus. Now I always make sure to check underneath the toilet seat as well. Moral of the story.
I'm going to do you a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an oval or a round toilet in your bathroom?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to subscribe online on Amazon to an automatic toilet seat delivery for your home. I'm just going to pay for it myself. Therefore, you never have this problem again. I'll just time it right with your period every month. Therefore, as soon as it's over, you can just change it out and be done with it.
You know, we do need a new one, though, because like this particular toilet seat, it's smaller than a normal toilet seat. And
So
I know
it's
that
round.
because it's
round. Yeah, then you have a round one. Yeah.
well, that and it has a cushion on it, which is super nice, except that now it's covered. So like it's covered in that plastic. It's been there for over a year. The toilet seat has, you know, and now it's like it's cracked in the middle, right where my vagina goes. So once a month, it gets harder to clean out.
Oh my god!
But I really like the cushion, and it makes it easy to clean because it's got that hard plastic coating on it. It's just not so easy to clean once it cracks. You know what I mean?
I'm never gonna be able to have sex again.
Have you not watched your children be born?
So you know how women have that gene, that chemical in their body that allows them to forget what childbirth feels like?
Mm-hmm.
Men have the same thing. We just forget what it looks like.
Really?
I'm kidding.
My husband wouldn't look down there, and I wouldn't let him.
I looked all 3 times. Well, no, I looked.
It's terrifying.
I looked 2 times. My middle child, she was C-section,
Okay.
and that was even worse because he had me look over the drape when he pulled the baby out, and I saw like literal insides of my ex-wife,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Mm-hmm. That's worse.
we're good.
100%. Yeah.
So
He said, "Oh, I didn't want to know that the inside of a uterus looked like that, but thanks, Doc."
I didn't want to know anything. I'm good. I'm just gonna.
What you do?
Yeah.
Mm.
You know,
Anyway.
and it's not like I really wanted to look down there for her anyway, because her whole vagina was a dumpster fire anyway.
For real?
I don't know. I'm just trying to talk shit about my ex-wife.
Oh, okay. No, I was curious because, like,
No, it was.
have you ever? Oh my gosh! Do you know what's so fun? It's not fun, but it's
What?
very educational.
Is it now? Are you sure? Because this conversation has not been educational.
No, it's totally educational. So,
Okay, we'll try this.
if you're a female and you ever feel bad about how your vagina looks, because they're all different, we know they are. That's fine. Go to let me refer. Anyways, so I lied. Do not take my advice, but it's educational. Go to a plastic surgeon's website and click on vaginal rejuvenation. You'll thank me later. There are pictures.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Mhm.
I
Anyway,
this
so that's the thing.
conversation took a turn.
It's taken many turns.
I thought it was gonna be a fun conversation about how you got tore up from the floor up yesterday,
Mhm.
and then it turned into
Vaginal rejuvenation,
vaginal rejuvenation.
which apparently I might need.
Apparently, twice.
Right. 6 times, but whatever.
You'll have the Joan Rivers of coochies.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my God!
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've missed these conversations.
Same. What do you think about plastic surgery? Because, like, do you know how bad I wish I could just plastic surgery my whole body the way I want it to look?
I think there's a line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you're just that unhappy with yourself, it's a mental issue.
I'm fine with my face.
But you know what I'm saying? At that point, I think because body dysmorphia is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're wanting to do that much to your body, then you know what I'm saying? I think you need to check for some mental issues.
Well, so 2 things. All I really require or would like is to like lose all the weight, obviously, and tone up. But surgically, in order to have that done, you have to lose all of the weight from every part of your body and then stitch it back together, essentially.
Correct.
Right. So
And they
to
still
do that,
and they still liposuction and get the extra excess out, and then they remove the extra skin, blah blah blah.
and tighten up and tone up your stomach and
Yes.
legs
Now,
and all that. Yeah.
see, now again, there's that line. If you're not near, you're not this size, but if you're a 350, 400-pound person,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, and you lose that, then yes, that's going to be necessary. Otherwise, you're going to look like fucking, a flying squirrel with all that flappy skin.
Yeah.
And that's not good for anyone's image of themselves.
No.
So no, that's a different conversation. But if
But
you're,
what if I just want them to suck it out? Like, I don't want to spend months on it. Just make it go away.
but there's limits to that.
Can they do that?
No, they'll give you they can only take out a certain percentage.
Really? What's the percentage?
I have no idea, but they can't if because otherwise that would be like the cure all for 300-400-pound person. just suck it all out. I mean, that's not how it works.
I guess you're right.
You'd have to lose.
Yeah.
You have to lose you have to lose a majority of it, and then they can go in there and clean it up. But
Yeah,
but back
'cause
to what I
bet
was
if you
saying, though. I
lose
mean,
all that weight like instantly, like that would wreak havoc on your whole body.
Yeah.
That makes sense,
yeah, it would absolutely wreak havoc on your body.
right?
But again, at the same time, like again, if there's, if you were a badly burned person, or if you
Well, yeah.
broke your nose 13 times like I have in my lifetime, I need a nose job, because I don't want to continue to snore for the rest of my fucking life.
Oh, I was gonna say you don't need a nose job. What? You might need your sinuses redone, but
They
that's
have
internal.
but it's still a nose job. They still have to break it and set it and then, form it and everything else like that. It's a nose job.
That's what they do in nose jobs. They break it. I thought they just like shaved off your skin the way you wanted it,
They
or
take
whatever.
a fucking thing and a chisel and put it in your nose and
I don't want to talk about that. That hurts just thinking about it. No, thank you.
yeah.
I like my nose.
But yeah, so
Punch
no, I
me.
mean,
And cute.
I mean, I would get that done just because it would probably be beneficial to my health.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I've been told that I stop breathing when I'm snoring sometimes, so I
It's
might,
called sleep apnea.
yeah, I might have sleep apnea, and I'm afraid to go get that test done.
Why?
Because then I would actually have to be told I actually do have something again, and then I've been under the knife way too many times in my lifetime.
They don't put you under the knife for sleep apnea. They just give you a damn mask.
No, there's a surgery too.
Well,
And
you don't have to have it. They
I
can give you a
understand that.
mask.
I understand that, but I already have enough time sleeping hard enough as it is. I don't need a fucking. And can you imagine me inviting a girl? I'm single now. Can you imagine me inviting a girl over to my house and saying, "Hey, come into my room," and they'd be like, "Oh, look, what is that?" And I'd be like, "Come here."
It's
And then like, "How are you feeling?"
well,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do that because that would definitely make them think that you're just trying to kidnap them and
But
rape
again,
them.
me being me, I would so do that. Pay no
Well,
attention to the device in the corner. It will not make you pass out.
It won't. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I know, but you see my point.
I don't though, because it will make you sleep better. It won't make you sleep worse. That's why they fucking do it. Do you know that if you get interrupted sleep like that, that can like severely damage your brain and your mental health? So did you know that if you got better sleep that you could potentially like get in theory, you could potentially manage your mental health better just by getting better sleep? You're welcome. Think on that.
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's why I didn't say anything.
I know. I know. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no what?
I don't know.
He said, I don't want to.
I don't want to
Whatever.
make
Guys
my
are
life difficult.
stupid. That would be making your life like better and not more difficult. But okay, you do you, boo boo.
Yeah, but I never like taking the easy option out. Getting a CPAP machine would be the easy option. But I'm like, no, fuck it. Just go in there and cut me open. I don't give a fuck.
Right. So just quit breathing one day and die in your sleep.
No. I'm saying is like, I would rather, like, my brain would be like, go for the surgery. You know what I'm saying? That's
a quicker fix than the CPAP machine.
No, then I wouldn't be able to talk for a while. I wouldn't be able to do
Well,
much.
Then get the fucking machine.
See,
You make me so mad.
It's all very complicated.
Whatever.
See, I have issues that I haven't worked out yet, apparently. And 100 and almost 200 episodes of the show, between what we used to do and the Saturday show and Cameron show and everything else like that, almost 200 technically it's like 150, but you would think I would start learning new things to help with myself. But in reality, all I do is talk to other people and help them and not help myself.
Well, you do learn new things. You just choose to ignore them for yourself because I don't know why.
Yeah.
But,
No.
oh, no, actually, I do know why, because self-sabotage. So
Yeah. No. What were we talking about again?
self-sabotage.
I'm sorry. What?
Self-sabotage.
So.
But I digress.
So Space Force. That's a thing.
Yep, that's a thing. I wonder if they're still going to keep that around with Biden in charge.
It's an official
Like-
fucking branch of the military now.
Yeah, but they can cancel that shit.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
Like how I changed that subject real quick. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the Space Force thing on Netflix?
I watched the first couple episodes, and it's not Steve Carell's best. It's
No.
okay. I mean, I didn't really find it overwhelmingly funny. I got like 3 or 4 episodes in. I was like, this is kind of stupid.
Oh, it's kind of stupid, but it's still funny. I still like it. It's only funny because they're making fun of a thing that's a real thing. That's only a real thing because someone stupid decided to make it a thing. So that's what makes it all funny.
Now hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know whether or not it's necessary.
I'm not saying whether it's necessary or unnecessary. I said it's stupid.
But because of the latest stimulus package, the FBI and the CIA now have to release all information that they have on UFOs and aliens and anything else like that.
Which they've done.
No, they haven't. Not all of it, I don't think, yet.
I've seen article after article how they just did.
Well,
It's on the
I thought
government
there was still
website.
more than that needed to be released.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
But either way,
Hey, who put that in there, by the way?
somebody
know?
who was a fucking genius.
It's probably Trump. Fucking dumbass.
Well, the thing about it is there is
you read any
intelligent
of
life. A little bit here and there.
What did you read so far? I haven't read any of it.
I just read about a couple of things. You know, there's a lot out there already, so it's like I haven't read through it all yet. But you know, they just have a lot of information on things that they can't identify. You know, and whether it's an actual spaceship or not is still questionable. And when the government's saying that is a little bit, you know, makes you go, yeah, okay, well, duh, we knew this. There's aliens they've been here. You know, we're not alone in the universe. How arrogant of a piece of shit human do you have to believe that we're alone in the fucking cosmos?
I don't think that's arrogance.
It is arrogance.
I don't think it's 100% arrogance.
You mean to tell me that, you know, it's not arrogant to believe that we're the only planet with organic life forms the way we have them? You know, now other places could be dinosaur country, you know, where dinosaurs still live. There could be a planet of the apes. There could be a planet of nothing but oceans, and it's just all fish people. Who fucking knows? But the point is,
Mermaids.
it could be. But my point is, we don't know, and it would be arrogant to say that there is nothing out there. It's as arrogant as, you know, saying that we, as the flat earthers sitting there saying that we are the center of the entire universe and there is no other universe outside of our galaxy and we're the only galaxy out there and everything revolves around us. I mean, it's a super arrogance effect.
Mm-hmm.
And we've never been to space because there is no space and that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But it all goes back to that same thought process. I believe that there is artificial life out there.
Well, I feel like there's so many aspects to this. So, you know how people joke about how it's all an illusion, basically, it's all a simulation?
Of course.
Okay. So, there's like actual science. There's a reason that people joke about it.
It's part of string theory.
Right. On top of that, we don't even know if not only are there other planets out there that have life forms on them, we're not even sure there's not other dimensions on top of other planets.
That's all part of string theory, that there's multiple dimensions, that there's, you know, multiple inhabitants that inhabit into the same space just with a different, you know, thing. But then at the same time, you know, this isn't a theory within string theory, but you know, one of the things that people say, you know, we're the only, you know, there's no way that other carbon-based life forms could exist on some of these planets. Who's the fuck to say that they're even carbon-based?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of other things. You know, say for instance Jupiter. I'm just being stupid. It's way
Right.
too hot to ever, and there's no atmospheric way to live there as humans.
Sure.
But who's to say that there's not another type of life form that we've never discovered that has a different type of chemical makeup that can survive underground there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that breathes nitrogen.
Sure.
That doesn't breathe gas. I mean, the oxygen like we do. So I mean, there's, you know, and because they're underground, we've never discovered them because we can't go there. So who fucking knows? But the point is, you know, there's so many theories out there that cannot be disproven. It's arrogant to think otherwise.
You know what would be really funny? If like all the different universes and everything and everyone in them got together and like banned human beings to its own universe and planet and was just like, y'all are bad. You need to go there and figure out your shit. We're going to leave you alone. We'll come and check on you every once in a while, see how you're doing, and when you're allowed to come back to the regular universe. That would be amazing. That would be hilarious.
You just described Scientology.
Is that what happened? Oh, is that what they think happened?
That's exactly what they think happened.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. That's hilarious. It would be funny. Just saying.
You just described Scientology.
That can't be what they think. I thought that they thought that I mean, I know they thought that it was like aliens or whatever that ruled whatever, but I thought that they thought it was like, you know, imaginary aliens, like God is imaginary type thing.
No, they believe that aliens brought us here.
Why did they bring us here? Did they know? Do we know?
As punishment, I think.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Hold on.
for real?
Scientology.
Am I on the Scientology side of TikTok somehow?
Scientology beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Wikipedia.
Scientology postulates that every person is a thetan, an
Yeah.
immortal spiritual being that lives through countless lifetimes, which is like reincarnation. There we go.
Correct.
Scientologists believe that Hubbard discovered the fundamental truths of existence and they revere him as the source, quote unquote, of the religion. But that doesn't say anything about aliens.
Hold on. There is. Hold on.
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, Scientology itself is a blend of science and spirituality with belief in an immortal spirit and in improving that spirit here on Earth using Scientology's methods. Scientologists do not typically dwell on heaven or hell or the afterlife, instead focusing on the spirit.
How did Thetans get to Earth? A gentleman by the name of Xenu was, according to Scientology founder Rob Hubbard, the dictator of the Galactic Confederacy, who brought billions of people to Earth in a DC-like spacecraft 75 million years ago, stacked them around volcanoes, and then bombed them with hydrogen bombs, and then we got stuck here.
One more time? Something about hydrogen bombs? What?
Xenu, who's an alien.
Okay.
And
And how do we know its name?
Because L. Ron Hubbard figured it out.
Okay.
He was the dictator of the Galactic Confederacy, and he brought billions of people to Earth, then known as Tegiak, in a DC-like spacecraft 75 million years ago, stacked them around volcanoes, and then killed them with hydrogen bombs.
Killed who with hydrogen bombs?
Us. And then we reincarnated and stayed here.
So, like, aliens came to Earth, killed all the humans on it, and then reincarnated as the humans on it?
That's what Thetans are.
Like, took over their bodies or whatever?
We're reincarnated people. So, you know, it's a constant rejuvenation of things. I don't fucking get it anymore. I'd have to read more into it. I just know that that's what they say.
Okay, so there's a thing in like the spirituality world where it's not quite religion. And it's, in fact, it's usually people who have like denounced religion, but they're still considering themselves spiritual, where they've been calling like the energy or whatever in the universe source. And I did not know that that came from Scientology. And now I'm scared. I didn't realize I was hanging on the internet around Scientologists.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Within Scientology, the Xenu story is part of a church's secret advanced technology, considered a sacred and esoteric teaching, which is normally only revealed to members who have completed a lengthy sequence of courses costing large amounts of money. The church avoids mentions of Xenu in public statements and has gone to considerable effort to maintain the story's confidentiality, including legal action on the grounds of copyright and trade secrecy. Officials of the Church of Scientology widely deny or try to hide the Xenu story. Despite this, much material has been leaked due to public court records and documents of Hubbard's notes that have been documented throughout the internet.
Because they're a cult.
Yeah.
So what's the Xenu story then?
I just told you it.
No, you said you didn't tell me what the story. Oh.
I did.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. The hydrogen bomb's official Scientology scriptures holds as the Thetans, the immortal spirits of these aliens, adhere to humans, causing spiritual harm. These events, known within Scientology as Incident Number 2, and the traumatic memories associated with them as the Wall of Fire. The narrative of Xenu is part of Scientologist teachings about extraterrestrial civilizations and alien interventions within earthly events, collectively described as space opera by Hubbard.
Right.
Hubbard detailed their story in Operating Thetan Level Number 3 in 1967.
It's a shit show.
Again, you described what I was just saying.
Yeah. I mean, but according to that story, it's not as punishment. They came here and just took over, essentially.
I'd have to look at it.
Like
again.
intentionally. If they came here and bombed us, like we were already here, they just
he brought us with him.
Not according to that story.
It's exactly what I just said.
That's not what I heard you say.
Hold
I
on.
heard you say they came to
he
Earth.
brought billions of people to Earth
Okay.
in a DC-8 like spacecraft 75 million years ago, stacked them around volcanoes and killed them with hydrogen bombs.
Why would he stack them around volcanoes? Like, why is that important to the story? Why wouldn't you put them in a valley and then do the bomb thing? None of that I mean, I know it doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense. It's a cult based on a stupid sci-fi book. But like, if you're going to make a cult, the least you could do is fill the fucking plot holes. I'm just saying.
I'd have to read this whole fucking thing to make you understand. It's pretty long and lengthy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can actually go into this more.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow, next Friday. Tomorrow.
Let's dive into, because the Leah Remini. Huh?
Yeah,
Leah Remini, but she's doing like just trying to expose the bullshit surrounding it. I want to dive deeper into the teachings surrounding it and kind of go about how idiotic some of this shit is.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah. We don't need to go into like the controversy around it because Leah Remini's doing a great job of that on her own.
Where is that? I was gonna ask.
I believe it's
watch
on. I know it's on Netflix.
Oh, it is.
That's where I watch it. But
Okay,
I'm not.
good.
I think it's on Lifetime or it could be like A&E or something like that. But
Are you sure it's on Netflix?
But I know that's where I watch it. It's on Netflix.
Oh. What's the name of it? I hear a woodpecker outside.
Discovering Scientology or debunking Scientology. I don't know. It's just like Leah Remini something. I can't remember what it's
on
called.
A&E.
Okay.
And it's Leah Remini, Scientology, and the Aftermath.
Yeah, there you go. But it's available. But the older episodes are like the previous seasons are available on Netflix.
Oh, it's still going?
Yeah, it's still going, I believe.
No, the final episode date was August 26th of 2019.
Oh, so then
Been
the
on for
entire
3
series
years
is
now.
on. Yeah, then the entire series is on Netflix.
I don't. Mm.
Either way, it's an interesting fucking watch.
Yeah, I want to watch it. It is on Netflix. I want to know how come I haven't seen it. I would be totally interested in that shit.
It's fucking great. I definitely recommend it.
All right, cool. I'm gonna watch it, and then we'll come back and talk about it next week.
Yeah, do that. Let's do that. That's an interesting conversation.
I concur.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I don't know.
My uterus won't be broke.
I hope not. And I don't know if I'm gonna head out to the Capitol. Maybe I will on Wednesday.
I wish you wouldn't.
Huh?
I wish you wouldn't.
On Wednesday?
On any day, just because coronavirus is still spreading and it's still a real thing. And
I
you can
will wear a
wash your
mask and
hands,
spray
but
Lysol on people as I walk by them.
they'll probably be like, "It's tear gas, get out!" and tackle you and throw you in jail.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's Lysol, bitch.
It's Lysol.
It's lemon scented. I don't know. I'm debating
Okay.
because if
Well, let me
shit
know.
goes sideways, I can be there filming and.
Well, or you could just film a reaction to it on Wednesday. Like especially if they're going to do the one online.
Yeah,
Are they?
but yeah, you're gonna be able to watch it. But again, he's still gonna be there, so I'm assuming people are gonna be there. So I mean, I don't know how many people they're gonna allow. I have to go back and read that article, but I'm assuming people are gonna be there, and I'm gonna want to talk to them. We should go together.
I'm not going.
We should go.
I'm not risking coronavirus. Every time my mom
I have a mask with a
Somewhere.
carbon filter.
fucking gets coronavirus. She's gotten it twice now.
I have a mask with a carbon filter. I will give you one. I've got a bunch of them.
Twice.
Carbon filter.
She's a nurse. She probably had those too.
And we will keep spraying our mask with Lysol.
No, I
And
can't
as we walk
breathe.
past people, just. I don't know. I wished I was there last week with a camera and a microphone.
Right? I didn't know it was happening until it had happened. But that's because, I'm not on Parlor.
Because
So.
I would have probably, I went on Parlor for one day just to see what it was all about, and that shit is crazy. I'm glad it got shut down.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I probably would have been helping the police. I got you, bro. Let's go.
Right?
Let me knock some bitches out.
It scares me when he's quiet though. And he has the ability to hold press conferences and talk to the news and journalists and all that. And he's not.
Well, no, he came out Wednesday, the day he got impeached. Did you hear what he said? Be
No.
careful what you wish for. This whole the impeachment stuff is a witch hunt, and be careful what you wish for, because all you're doing is aggravating a bunch of good Americans.
What did he used to call? What else? What was that thing when he was going through, when he was being elected? He called something a witch hunt. What was it? Was it the Russia thing?
Yes, yeah,
The first time he got impeached?
yeah, which got proven.
Right. Which
Right.
is why he got impeached. But he's officially the worst president ever, and has been impeached twice, or will be impeached twice now, because we all know he said that shit on camera.
I love going on the dark side of TikTok, which I like to call Republican TikTok,
Right.
conservative TikTok, and seeing the trends. I never needed you like I needed you right now, and people doing that picture with Trump behind them saying I miss my best friend. I'm like, oh my god, he's got you. You guys are. You call fucking people that wear masks and Biden a fucking sheep. You guys are fucking sheep.
Bro, it's bad.
It is so
It's
bad. It is redonkulous. How bad he's had these guys brainwashed.
It genuinely does amaze me, how they actually call other people sheeple for not following him, and that's what they do.
Exactly. It's no different.
Oh, also, people were I guess I don't know if it was Republicans specifically, but people were all like, "Oh, Biden and Kamala Harris weren't best buds up until you know, he wanted to put her in as VP or whatever. Like they used to disagree on like all the things. And good. Good. We need people in there who are not just going to follow everybody that they say just because of nothing, just because. Like you need people who don't agree with you in the circle, especially when you're in a high position in government.
Yeah.
To disagree with you.
And
that's
that's why
how it's
Mike-
supposed to be, guys.
And that's why Mike Pence is a piece of shit, because all he does is fucking, you know, bow to fucking Trump's every fucking demand.
Exactly. That's the whole fucking point of having more than two parties is that we have, you know, more than one opinion.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, I mean,
So good.
and
I'm glad they don't agree.
the only time, you know, Pence did anything right was, you know, last week when he got confirmed. Biden got confirmed because, like, you know, he had to, like, but he had to call his lawyers. Do I have legal right to overturn the election and da-da-da-da-da-da? And Trump's like saying, yes, you do, and his lawyers are like, no, you don't, and he stepped out of it. That was the only time he ever did. And
even then he tried.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that pisses me off is this: the entire time Pence was in that basement last Wednesday, you know who never called him? Trump. He even tried to call Trump, and Trump wouldn't take his call.
I know. He wouldn't take anybody's call.
And then he comes out and says, oh, well, I'm not going to invoke the 25th Amendment. He fucking almost cost you your life, potentially, because people are sitting there saying, hang Pence.
Oh, yeah. That's why. So it's because. I don't know. But that's why
It's mind-boggling to me.
That's why I thought Trump hadn't come out and said anything, because I thought at a bare minimum, Pence eventually got on the phone with him and just like reamed him a new asshole. Basically.
No, because the thing about it is not even Donald Trump is the one who called the National Guard. Pence did.
Donald Trump refused to allow the National Guard
Yeah,
in.
and Pence overrode him and said, hey, get them here now.
Good.
If it wasn't for Pence, we would have never had the National Guard called in.
Right. And they waited until the last fucking second.
Exactly.
That whole thing, bro.
Yeah,
Makes me
but
so
then
mad.
Trump even said on Wednesday that he consulted with many different people, and what he said was completely reasonable. There was nothing wrong with what he said. You fucking piece of shit.
Because you have a bunch of yes men around you, because that's exactly the team that you wanted, and that's the team that you built.
Yeah.
You just wanted people around you who would tell you to do whatever you wanted, and that's what you've got. So of course they're going to tell you, yeah, sure, go ahead, do whatever you want, without, you know, actually checking it, because also that's what they do. Anyways, it's 1:25. I gotta go.
I know, but
Okay.
so next week, we'll actually do a topic next week. Scientology and you. Because I want to learn more about it. Because like I said, all I know is that little bit of the Z News story, and I'm kind of curious about more about it. I want to kind of go dive into it. We'll kind of have that conversation and more next week.
Yeah, cool.
So until then, everybody stay happy, stay healthy, from myself and from Kat. Stay heavy.
safe.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.